What's up? Welcome to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the Stonewood Storm Shield / Endurances. This video is not going to be like my Twine Endurances. I showed the build without the traps, and then I went ahead and it's a 23-part series of the builds without the traps and with the traps. So you had to watch different videos to see the different things. So I built part 1, part 2, part 3, all of it without traps. And then, you know, part like 13 starts me showing placing down the traps. We're not going to do it for Stonewood, Plankerton, or Canny. Because they're very easy endurances to beat, including SSDs. So here we are. And remember, it's the same thing. We're going to go past the building limit. Okay? So you build everything first. If you're doing your storm shield defenses, that's fine. Build and place your traps. All right, you're not gonna go past the build limit during the storm shield defenses. You're just not gonna meet it. All right, so you'll still be able to prepare for your endurance setup. All right. And what I mean by that is you build the builds. You build everything first. And this is for the new people who don't know this. You build everything without the traps. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It all counts as a build. As soon as you place a trap down, that counts as a build. You don't do that. You build everything first. Now, it's okay if you're doing, once again, your storm shield defenses. Just build and place the traps. And the only thing you really have to focus on is getting your ceiling drop traps. That is the #1 build in the game. The #1 trap in the game is your ceiling drop trap. Okay? The second is wall darts, because they will absolutely destroy epic mini bosses. Alright? I don't use broadsides. I use them just to ping back and forth in the higher levels. The third trap that you will need is your sound walls. Okay? That's the third most important trap in the game, because the propane husk will want to blow up your builds. When they see the sound wall, they'll start dancing and they drop their propane. They just keep moving forward and your builds take no damage. Okay? So ceiling drop, wall darts, and then your sound walls. Wall darts hit from 3 tiles away too. Now, let's hop right to this so I can show you. Remember, I cannot build. I'm past my building limit. Okay? I'm unable to build. But long as you have a place for a trap, you can place a trap. As long as you have the place for it. As you see, I can actually press X and place that trap. I'm not going to, because I've already spammed enough anti-air traps. That's all I did. I spammed my anti-air on every single amplifier roof there was. There's no strategy behind that. I just placed it, and that's all there is to that. And I do it on all of my amplifiers. Okay? So, there is no strategy to the anti-air besides knowing that when a lobber's throw and flinger's throw, your anti-air will demolish them. So, from where you spawn right here, 1, 2, going to the back, you're going to place this wall. Then you're going to build another one, look around, and build your roof. Then we're going to drop down here and leave one spot empty, move over, and build your first wall, second wall, third wall. This is your block off. It must be in brick. Husks naturally spawn into the game, and they want to get to your amplifier as fast as possible. So give them a direct route. I don't block anything off. I know there are YouTubers out there who decide to block things off and make the husk go another way. That is fine. I really don't do a lot of that, just because they have a natural desire to walk towards your amplifier. And to block husk off at higher rounds, you have to use a lot of mats to get them to walk a certain area. Because the husk will be like, oh, okay, we're going to walk this way. And for them to change direction to walk another way that you designed, you have to have so many mats down and block offs that they'll be like, okay, we can't break any of this. So the fastest way to get to your amplifier is this way. So if you don't build enough, they're just going to start destroying. and walking all over the place trying to get to your amplifier. So everything I have is open. It's an open shot from their spawn to the back of the amplifier. Okay? You may be worried about smashers coming in. That is fine. You may be worried about epic mini bosses. Smashers and epic mini bosses destroy everything that is near the amplifier. Okay? That's what they do. This is just for show. I just like my little castle. It's old school. It's years old. That's years old. Other than that, I don't have nothing around the amplifier except a couple anti-air defenses, right? And you're like, well, what happens if a smasher gets back there? So be it. They're just going to walk up here, and they may keep walking or just get really pissed off and walk all over the place and start destroying stuff, or they walk back here and they start destroying these walls. And that's fine, because the only thing you're concerned about is your ceiling, and smashers just can't get up here. So those builds last forever. They can't get to them, so who cares what they do? An epic mini boss will just stand here or walk around in circles. Okay? So you're not worried about it. You're not worried about having these great, big, gigantic bases around your amplifier. Absolutely pointless. No need for it. I'm going to run back up here. We've already built these 3 walls. You're going to turn around, build another wall here, and then 4 straight down. And then build that one. We're going to hop over, build another wall, and then your block off. And then 1 more wall. Another wall, your block off, short wall, another wall. Okay? It's done. Another wall, a wall back there for your wall darts. 1, 2, and 3 more walls. And then your short wall. Okay? And turn around, drop a floor, and then build your wall, wall, wall. Your short wall. Okay? And we are done with that. You got this both side built. Okay? Now for the floor, we've already built this one, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. You're done. The build is done for that side. For building your sound walls, in certain areas, I build my walls like this so I know if then automatic sound wall goes there when I go to place a trap, so I don't forget. Other areas of the game, I know I didn't need that there, just because I know a sound wall is gonna go right here. The husk spawn right here. I chose not to bring the ceiling out because, once again, this is Stonewood. I'm already... It's so far over DPS with the build that they're just not going to survive. So what I did is I just made a death trap, and they're only going to really make it to like right here. They just can't make it past the amount of DPS that's in here. It's over. Okay, so don't even worry about it. Now we're going to go to the ceiling. So we've got that side done. We got these 2 walls built, and then the 1 roof up top. So here we go. We're going to build straight down, and then we're going to go around this whole edge. Just building your roof. You don't need one there because nothing. You can't even put one there anyways, I think. But don't even focus it. At this edge, you're just going to build 3 up, and then we're going to build straight back. And we're done. Look down, you're going to see that cliff. We've already built over it. Just smash it, step back, and then we're going to build straight down to this ledge right here. Okay? Build it, turn, and build 2. 1, 2. We're going to turn again, build another, build 1 more, look up, and we're going to build 2. Look towards the left, build 1. Look up, build another, build 1 more, build again, build straight back, and you've made it back to the beginning. Turn around, fill in all those gaps with the ceiling, and now the main roof is done. Okay? It's done. We're going to drop down right here. We're going to build a floor, drop down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 walls, 2 floors, and another wall right here. This once again is an overkill. In case something makes it back here, they're not making it back. They're just not going to do it. It's just overkill. This is all overkill. It's totally unnecessary. The only thing you need is this wall launcher, that wall dart, that sound wall, that wall dart, and these dynamos right here. And this is done. They're just not making it past that. Any way, shape, or form. Okay? Everything else is just an overkill. Come over here from this ledge. Wall. Build one wall. At the corner of that, you're going to drop your first floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is it. Okay? So you got that wall. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done. Your floor is done. Now we're going to move to the other side. 2 short walls, and then 2 more short walls. Here in the middle, put a wall, 2 back walls, and then your roof. Build your floor, 3 walls, and a short wall. This is for when husks walk up. It's going to zap them on this side and on that side. Your ceiling zappers hit by a 3x3 tile range. That is 3 times 3 is a 9 tile grid. So that's 1, 2. So technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Very big area, but we're just going to focus it to when they get right here. They go up 3 tiles high, just like a ceiling drop, but at 3 tiles high, it focuses the energy everywhere when it comes out. I try not to do that. I try to lower it to 2 tiles high down to 1. That way it just focuses those enemies right there and not everything out back. So then all the damage goes into 1. It's like almost like a ceiling zapper, but it doesn't have the kick like a ceiling zapper does. It's just weakening them. Right here. Now they're focusing a very large area of a whole lot of husk, right? So you got this one doing damage, and then a whole lot of damage, and they just can't take all of that damage, and then they die. Same thing over here. They're just taking all of that damage. They're walking up. These are hitting them, okay? Right above it, because no husk can walk up here. And they're just, this is spaced out, so it's hitting all the husk down here, and all the husk over here. Walking into here, and they're just getting laser beamed. Okay? You may wonder why I have healing pads here, because I actually have, it heals the build, right? So in case a husk gets up here and starts damaging this, that's going to repair the build. These are all damaged, okay? Now we're over here, and we are going to build 2 floors, 2 short walls, 3 walls, and 2 roofs. We're going to jump up, build another wall. We're going to build a roof, 1, and 2, and 3. Okay? And that is it. That's done. Now, you may be worried, like, oh, the husks are going to make it up here, and then they're just going to cut this corner right here and start walking towards that building without taking any damage from the second trap up here. Well, if you feel you need it, please place 2 short walls right here. I am just not. Okay? We've got 4 floors from the bottom up here going down. We have a wall, roof, and that is it. Same concept, but instead of using a ceiling zapper pushing out, I put gas here. Okay, I don't want to aggro anything out here, because this is more than likely where your smashers are going to walk, and I'm just not trying to have them aggro. So they're going to start getting aggroed here, and then they're just going to come out here, destroy the build, and who even cares? Alright, here, we've already built that. this roof. So from these two spots right here that you've already built, you're just going to come out and then build a 4-tile grid. Now I have, this is where I mainly put my anti-airs, right? Because I have gaps in between. I don't want to build walls here and block all this off. So if there's a flinger or lobbers and they want to throw at the amplifier, they're just going to stand here and just want to throw. And because I left it open, they're just going to stand here and they're just going to repeatedly get beamed by the ceiling drop. If they happen to get a missile off, it's fine. These anti-airs take care of all of it. Anything up top is for the meteorites. I've never paid attention to what level is the meteorite, because the object of my builds is to get past the build limit so we can just mass trap it. Okay, so I just crafted lots of anti-airs. Lots of them. Okay, so we're just going to craft anti-airs. So you just gotta farm, that's it. Okay? That's all I did. And I normally, the strategy is here. I'm placing them here. That's it. So your anti-airs are going down here. And because there's gaps, they're up there. But anything up there is just for meteorites, and they're all over the place. So the faster I drive around this map, it's going to start highlighting blue. They should all just pop like that. Sometimes it lags out, but they're absolutely all over the place. Gaps, they're all in between the gaps. Alright, we will get into these builds later, but for right now, we need to go discuss your ceiling drop traps. Oh, and your sound walls, okay? 1 wall, 2 wall for your sound wall. So here has the sound wall. Trap out here, sound wall. Sound wall, sound wall. They're all sound walls. Alright, just place it out here. That way when they spawn in, they're already dancing. And then as they're getting closer, I still put more sound walls. Okay? I've always covered a sound wall. That way nothing's ever getting destroyed. They're just gonna die. Just sound wall. Okay? And you don't need to listen to the other YouTube videos and make 5 different sound walls with 5 different reload speeds. Just make the sound walls. Okay? My sound walls are all the same. As you see, that's it. That's my sound wall. 3 durability, 2 reload speed, 30% effector racing. That's it. That's all I do. And what I did is I can craft 144s. So I recycled a trap, made my 144s, recycled that trap, and made another trap 144s. And I still have my trap superchargers just sitting in my resources waiting to make another type of 144. So I just recycle them and just keep making different types of 144 traps when I run out. I don't have enough trap superchargers to make everything 144. You do not need 144 traps to do any of your Stonewood endurances. All you really need to do is make sure that every survivor you have on has trap durability. These traps will never run out. Okay? So make sure you have your trap durability survivors equipped. And you see, I built all of this, all these amplifiers, and then I came over here and built these little, each one of these is 5,000 brick, 5,000 wood, 5,000 wood, alright? That's it. These two are not 5,000, but that's just basic wood that was never upgraded. But anything that's upgraded, if I go smack it, if I were to go smack this from this point right here, I'm getting 5,000 brick in case I need it. But what I've done is I've trapped them out for materials. So in case I didn't want the materials in my storage, so I put the storage in here. So I just got some random traps placed in there. This is all my quartz crystal that I went and farmed, and then I made the traps, and then I just, you know, stockpiled them so that's out of my inventory. So if there's ever a day I need to do something, I can just walk over there and smack it and get my resources back for the farming that I've done. Now let's get to your ceiling drop. Your ceiling drops are awesome. Build them from 3 high, and then as they're walking up, you can drop them down to 2. But anyways, when you use your ceiling drop tires, these tires are awesome, okay? They just stun the crap out of them all day long, okay? These things are beautiful. What you're gonna wanna do is the way you're facing is the way those tires are going to drop. So if you are facing outwards and your back is towards your amplifier, that means if I place it up and a husk hits it, the tires are gonna drop and push the husk towards the amplifier. So you need to turn around and put your back to the amplifier, well, from the amplifier. So you turn around and then start placing your ceiling drops all on the roof, okay? Any place that does not have a ceiling zapper is where you need your ceiling drops. And now what you're doing here is this. These tires are going to drop and it's going to push them back. So if they're still alive, they're pushed back, and then these traps are going off. And then if they survive that, they still have to walk through, and then they get dropped on again. It is a very long game for them. Extremely long. They just keep getting pummeled by tires and rims. Awesome, awesome trap. And I faithfully live by these traps in all of my endurances. Okay, I even host endurances on my Twitch when I stream. These traps are amazing. Now let's say if you want to get a little bit more specific with it. If they're spawning right here, what you can do is you would face this way. And you would turn the tires and put them right here. Okay? So the way your back is facing is the way they're going to hit. Now if they spawn, they're going to get pushed back this way. And then when these ones drop, they're going to get pushed back. Alright? So they just keep getting pushed. So if you were to keep pushing them out, they're just going to keep going this way when they spawn in. Or if they're still alive and they try walking back, they just get pushed back that way. Alright? I didn't do that. I just went straight down. I didn't need to get too intricate with this build just because it is Stonewood. And this is a complete freaking overkill. That right there is alone to stop every husk in the game. You don't even need to build half the stuff that I've already shown you for it because you're not going to need it. But this is the full build. And now we're going to go through, and now that you have it all built, I'm just going to show the traps off one more time so you know what is going where. This right here is just for an emergency if a little husk got into it, because I go AFK. I'm not doing anything. So if a husk come here, they are frozen and they are dead. Okay, they do not survive this last point. That's why there is a floor freeze trap there. I do not use too many tar pits because they slow down. But this right here, they stop dead and they're frozen for like 6 seconds. So they're not going anywhere. Up, I forget what it is, whether if it's 3 seconds or 6 seconds, but they're dead. By the time this thing unfreezes, they're able to move again, they get frozen again. And that wall dart's already hit them 4 times. So they don't survive it. So here are the traps again. I'm just gonna go through it super quick. And then that's the end of the video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember, that's all your ceiling drops. All the way down. Remember, they are walking up to right here. And even though it's right here, at 1 tile high, it is fine. You just want to push them back down. That's all you're doing. And that's what you want to do. I don't have one out here because there's no reason for it to be out here. Because they just don't make it past this. They just... too much DPS is going on in this general area. It's impossible. Traps again. I know it's quick. These, I just want them frozen in place, and they just get stunned. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. If they hit this wall, they take damage by this wall spike, and this wall spike does heal this wall. And voila, they're just getting beamed, and they're getting beamed. So they're not going to be spending too much time hitting this wall. You have nothing to worry about. Okay, nothing. Nothing at all. So I hope you enjoyed. I will be posting the A amplifier, and if you're following along with my guides from start to finish, you are 100% on your way to crushing your Stonewood endurance. Now, mind you, like I said, if you're building for your storm shield defense, it's okay. Build and place the traps. If you start building and placing your traps like this, and you could actually probably start your endurance after you hit 10. And if you've seen a weak spot and you had to fight the area, it's okay. Pull out your weapons, beat the area, and then just come back and reseal it up. Like, alright, I just need to add a couple more traps here and it's fully AFK. It is okay. You are going to have more than enough space to build this and still have room left over. You're going to do just fine. Okay, because remember, you're not building anything around your amplifiers. I have one AFK spot, and I just go right here with it. And I have Survivalist Jonesy on my hero loadout, so when the War Games mission comes out during your endurance to stand inside the smaller bubbles so you don't take storm damage, I just stand right here the whole entire time. And I'm taking damage, but I'm healing because all my traps are killing Husk. As long as you have Survivalist Jonesy on, he heals you because you're doing damage to the enemies. I just stand here. So I hope you enjoyed. I am going to leave a link in the description below to join the Discord. I'd appreciate it if you would. I am trying to grow the Discord. Have a great night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and get ready for part 3.